chilling. I'm just getting to watch some bingo, so.
Let me...
Looks
like...
So do it like this.
My internet may be struggling a bit, so I will plug in my phone just in case.
I'm just gonna test, make sure my game's going fine real quick.
Add Smo stream to this.
Alright, it seems fine, yeah.
Are you also good, Smo? Or are you still testing it?
Yeah, it should be okay.
Okay, let me make sure the window is showing up the way it's supposed to. Looks like it's good. And Joey, you're green, I see. Okay, let me change those colors really quick. So I'm live. I think we're good. Okay, I can change the colors while we're doing the little intro stuff. So, welcome to UFO 50 Bingo Week 7, match between joeyblast and Smo. Should be pretty fun. My wife is also excited in the background. Sorry. If you hear. That's okay.
It's been really fun to watch.
Yeah, my wife's been enjoying the commentary, so you may hear her also getting hyped in the background. I don't have her as an official caster, but she is here in the background.
I don't know enough. I'm just the peanut gallery.
You know what? Peanut Gallery is good commentary too. So, yeah. So we have Joey and Smo here on call. If y'all would like to say hi, just to make sure I can check the audio leveling and stuff.
Hi, I'm Smo.
Cool. Okay, looks good.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get started now. If y'all would like to mute and deafen, I'll go ahead and let you know in the bingo chat when we're going to go and reveal, and then it'll be 30 seconds from there, unless you guys need the actual, like, start playing now timer also.
Right.
I don't mind it, but...
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll be over there anyway, so I'll
Okay.
just go ahead and give it to you guys anyway.
Alright, I'll definitely move in.
Alright, go ahead and mute and deafen. Good luck.
Alright, good luck.
Thanks. Alright, so the ad also just finished. I'll go ahead and unhide these things now so y'all can see what we're working with on this board. I gotta adjust it like very slightly, but that's fine. I can do that in a bit. I'll go ahead and confirm both players are ready. Oh, let me exit out of this multi-twitch because we have 4 bingo matches going on right now, and
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so the match will begin in 3, 2, 1, review.
Woo!
So, pretty fun board that we have lined up here today. Let me just keep pushing stuff around really quick. There's a couple of very hard goals on this board that will probably be a little bit of a challenge to get through, but a lot of pretty interesting ones as well. I think having the center square being find an Easter egg may mean that we find, or a Easter egg UFO, and let me let them know. Okay. So both racers are pretty experienced here. We are now 7 weeks into the season. Looks like we're starting off with a little bit of a block koala race, or not a block koala race, but a little bit of block koala speed running and some hot foot stuff. Hot foot could potentially be for Amy, as well as just trying to get the 3 blowouts in one tournament. That's pretty good synergy for the opening space, I would say. The other general goals we have are collecting 4 gold discs and collecting 7 gifts for the garden and defeating 10 bosses. Interestingly, I think the game-specific goals on this board are actually kind of challenging. So it wouldn't surprise me if the game, or like the goals that players go for, are kind of more like scattershot in this one, rather than trying to just aim for a bingo right away. This block koala goal was interesting because you just go talk to Koalarana and become her for 2 levels, and then you're good. You can actually just repeat level 1 if you want to. I think that is potentially faster than doing level 3. Level 3 is unfortunately a pretty long and arduous level. Meanwhile, Smo doing a good job with the hot foot strat of just constantly pushing someone over and getting points for it. I haven't actually learned this strategy myself, but it seems very effective every time I see anyone do it. But it's definitely good for a blowout. Smo's definitely working on that space right now. I guess this does also count as winning another game with Amy, even though Amy's like not normally the partner that you use for this, so she's definitely also working towards that space too, which is good. Meanwhile, it looks like Joey had to get a quick restart. Luckily, restarting a block wall is not like the end of the world. This level in particular is kind of long, but I think she's got the strat now where she's just got to kind of push the crap out of the way so the star block can make it up. This level in particular isn't like the hardest level, but it is kind of a long level because all of the movements that it expects you to do are kind of like go all the way around this fountain and stuff over and over again. Meanwhile, Smo's looking very comfortable in hot foot right now. I don't think she'll want to stay in this for the gold disc, but like she is kind of in a pretty commanding position with the character that just pushes people over and just shoves beanbags into their face over and over again. Alright, so that's blowout number 2, I believe. Yeah. That also does count as the win 2 games with Amy goal for Amy. So let me scroll down a bit. Oh yeah, I also gotta update colors. And this. Oh, level 3 is out of the way for Joey, so she should be able to get this one pretty fast. Even if you have to restart this one, level 2 is definitely very quick compared to level 1. Let me update her colors to green really quick. Will I have a second? Alright. Nice quick early square. Come on.
I know.
Nice quick early square for Joey. Hopping into camouflage, another pretty quick game if you know what you're doing. I believe the speed run for it's like 5 minutes. Could be a quick gold disc, may just be for saving the babies. Meanwhile, Smo does get the 3 hot foot blowouts in one tournament and also has a little bit work towards for Amy. I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of just held on to that Amy progress for a minute and tried to do maybe some faster goals rather than rushing for Amy right now. It is kind of interesting that there's also 2 party house goals on this top row. I didn't notice that until now, but if you're able to beat her, I was going to say party house actually has some pretty nice synergy on the top row too, so maybe you do go for Amy right now. If you are able to beat a random scenario by having 6 star guests on the screen at once, this is 2 quick squares on the top. Well, not 2 quick squares because you don't have Amy all the way yet, but you at least have the party house goal too. It doesn't contribute directly to like a bingo because the block wall gold obviously blocks that, but it does help Smo's vertical goal, which honestly is probably also one of the faster ones. So Joey being smart here by hopping into camouflage and saving these babies early. Like I said, this board in particular has a lot of interesting goals that like can be fast if you happen to know the way to do them. The Star Wasper 3 Clear Wave 3 goal is just brutal, and I don't expect most players in any tier, honestly, to ever go for that. Just try to casually clear Wave 3 of Star Wasper is a lot. Well, you do have to be brick colored to be able to go in there for the end, so you gotta go all the way to the top corner up here. I haven't really been checking Smo's party house setup, but I see bartenders and climbers, so I think she's probably good. Oh, there's bartenders, climbers, and riders? Yeah, she's fine.
The girls.
This is like the god seat of party house, apparently.
The girls need to show up.
The funny thing is with this setup, I don't even know if you like need the climbers, because the riders and
You always need climbers.
yeah, but riders and bartenders together are
Yeah,
just
but
like free.
climbers are my girls and they always show up for me. They don't show up for you, so we have different opinions on this.
You are my queen, Rebecca.
They are my queens. They always show up.
It's true. The only way to get bun on commentary is have some party house in the background.
Have some climbers and party house. Boing, Bun's here.
Yep. Bun is not a wild buddy, though. Camouflage seems to be going pretty smoothly. The one drawback with saving the babies, if you don't know, is that the baby adds an extra tile for you behind you that you have to camouflage. So, like, instead of just camouflaging yourself, you have to plan to also camouflage your baby to be able to get through spots. Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay. Some levels are made significantly harder by having the baby behind you, and then some are, like, fine. But I do think that this is a smart goal to go for in that column 4. I actually made that Avianos goal, and I don't think I've ever actually beaten it in like a real bingo match. It had shown up for me a couple of times, but for some reason whenever I try to win a game of Avianos in a bingo match, it gets screwed over by the AI super hard, so... meanwhile, Joey looking like she's still trying to map out just how to get over there. I don't actually remember how to save the babies in this. I did it on my first playthrough where I just kind of casually got a cherry because I 100%ed everything. But I haven't done it since then, so I feel like I would actually struggle on this goal even though I know how to speedrun at least a gold disc right of this game. And Smo's going to be in an interesting spot here with this party house goal, because she now has to be careful about winning too early if she's trying to get this top left space up here. Obviously when you win in party house, you'd win by having 4 people on screen, but if you're trying to get 6 star guests on once and you're only having like 4 on screen, you have to like intentionally call the cops on yourself basically to give yourself another day to potentially pull 5 or 6. Yeah, because the fun of party house is just because you've bought a thing does not mean it's showing up.
Very true.
Yep.
That's why I love the girls, because they always show up for me.
They do always show up for you.
I don't know why they always show up for me, but they know I'm a girl's girl.
It's true.
But if you have to say you're a girl's girl, you're probably not. That's why they know already.
I guess so. It's okay. I don't really...
If you need to banish me to the room, I understand.
It's really fine.
I didn't need to have this much commentary.
It's okay. I don't have anyone else on the call or anything, so it's literally just you and me right now commentating on this. So Smo's in a good position here. I'd see 4 riders on screen, which basically means pretty much every turn's getting maxed out popularity. And, yeah. I think she's at the point now where the amount of stars isn't really the issue. It just seems to be the amount of, like, space to actually pull all 6. But the seed does also have magicians, which makes this a little easier, I think. Hey, Goopy, how's it going? Casters are just me and my wife, Bun Bun, over here. She's at least been very
Not
invested.
Not an official caster, but Peanut Gallery about Party House at least.
I was gonna say, if Party House is on screen, Bun's also on screen, so. And yeah, thankfully, there are currently 4 bingo matches happening right now. So I believe myself, Canvas, Matt, and Val are all streaming right now. I forget who picked up the 4th game.
Yeah, there really are so many right now.
Yeah. But there's a multi-Twitch, and it's basically just like NFL Red Zone of bingo today. So Smo is now in the interesting position of like not wanting trouble, but also maybe not wanting to win with only 4 stars.
Yeah, how are you supposed to do that? That's hard.
The Party House goals in particular, I think, are very creative because they sort of force you to play the game a little differently.
A little bit differently than you normally would.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to think about it completely differently.
Yeah. So if I were Smo, I would probably just max out on magicians here, and then just try to like naturally pull all of my stars, and then swap in the magicians at the end. Yeah, I think that's what she just realized. She's got 6 turns to do it, and I think she has the stars that she needs, but like, okay, triple alien showing up is pretty clutch.
Oh shit.
I think she's now at the point where she's trying to just pull the... I don't know if she actually has 6 yet. She may be trying to hold off until she has 6. I haven't seen her Rolodex in a minute. Hi, Rev. How's it going?
Hi, Rev.
Okay, so she's got all 6 now. So now she basically just needs... Oh, well, there's 1 right away. She needs to pull 2 aliens naturally, and then all of her magicians, and she's fine. I mean, I guess that also works. I would have maybe saved the magicians for a minute, but I guess it doesn't really matter either way.
Well, it's fun to see how people play it differently than you might.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like seeing how people think.
Oh, that's 6!
Oh shit, is it?
Yep, that's 6. 1 in the top, 4 in the middle, and then 1 on the bottom. GG, Smo.
Oh, I didn't see the one on the far left.
Yeah.
Yo!
Good job.
I'm over here like, that's a hard one. She's over here like, I got it.
Challenge accepted. So now if you're Smo, you already have 2/3 of the way to Amy. You might as well just hop into
Go for that
Fist Hell. You can also hold off on it for a bit, because it's also probably fairly clear that Joey's not working on that goal since she's been busy doing something else for a while. Hopping into Cyber Owls to complete non-rescue missions is a good fast goal.
The first 2 games are like 2 of the games I've actually played.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
Just for you.
Just for me. I didn't even know it.
They call it C tier because Bun gets to see the games. Smo is, I believe, experienced enough in these couple Cyber Owl stages to be able to knock the skull out pretty quick. When you only have to complete 2 of the non-rescue missions, that saves you from Moscow, which is really long and slow stealth mission, and normally Chicago, which is a kind of hard, like, side-scrolling beat-em-up. I think if you like know how to run Cyber Owls, the Chicago is like slightly faster than the Battletoads writing thing, but I personally just prefer to do the like shooting scooter thing or whatever it is. Meanwhile, this is a level in camouflage that's actually significantly harder with something behind you. This might honestly be one of the levels that I just wouldn't even bother with the baby in this one, because it doesn't say you have to save like all of the babies in the game, but this level in particular has a lot of like pretty tight 1 square transition spaces, and otherwise you have to do this like really awkward like hideout. I think you have to be sand to be able to get through there, but yeah, then you have to also be dealing with like the frog that's staring at you for forever. There you go, good job. Is that 5? I've lost track of exactly how many levels it was, but I think she's been getting them the entire time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Good job. That was fast. So some other fast goals on here. If you know how to get rid of the silverfish and mini and max, that's pretty quick. The Rakshasa goal can be fast, but I tried to do that goal a couple of days ago on a practice bingo card and kind of drove myself nuts trying to do it. So if you're like not super confident in the Rakshasa revival minigame, I would maybe say don't go for that one. A Tactics 8 levels is also pretty fast. That was going to be the next goal that I'd probably shouted out here. Interesting thing about this goal, in addition to being able to fast forward and stuff, you don't have to only play the campaign for this. So if Joey wanted to, she could do like 5 levels of the campaign, which are all pretty fast, and then just quickly do 3 levels of the ranked mode. Because it doesn't say beat 8 levels in campaign or anything, so you can mix and match as you need to. Meanwhile, Smo is hopping into Hong Kong here, which I think is the right call. The only person I've ever seen not do Hong Kong and do Chicago instead is Winterbit. I'm pretty sure she'd actually speedrun Cyberel, so that makes sense. Oh, and that also is a boss for Smo, I just realized. I also just realized I stopped changing the colors of the text halfway through, and that looks really awkward, so... Thankfully, both players are giving me just enough time to be able to correct it. Okay, everything's color coordinated and pretty again.
Oh, nice. It's like, I don't want to not stream, but this is nice.
I mean, if you need to take a day off, just take a day off.
I've been doing way too much.
If you don't stream today, I would obviously recommend streaming tomorrow.
Definitely, I want to stream tomorrow, which is kind of why I don't want to stream today.
I was gonna say, if you...
Like, so I have energy tomorrow.
I'd rather you be able to just chill and hang out on stream all day tomorrow.
Like, I've already used today's spoons, so if I try to use any more, it'll be from tomorrow, and it's not.
Yeah. We went to a protest earlier before stream.
Oh my god, you guys, there were so many people. Like, I went to a protest 2 months ago at the Capitol for, you know, all the same shit. Just more stuff this time. And, there was like an exponential amount more people here today because it was a Saturday.
They were saying that they had a community event lined up and they had to cancel a community event because
too many people
showed up. Which, like, I don't think I've ever heard that
what a
before.
problem to have.
Yeah, that's like the problem of too many puppies.
No, there were so many cute dogs. I was just about to say that too. And we got to pet a pitty. I was overwhelmed by all the people, and I heard a girl ask if she could pet this girl's pitty, and she was like, "Yeah, of course." And I was like, "Can I pet him too?"
The pitty didn't even like turn around to sniff to investigate.
Turn to look at us. He just kept eating grass.
His little tail just started going.
Just happy tail eating grass, getting pets from strangers.
Yep.
Happiest pitty I ever did see.
So that's another boss for Smo and another goal.
I agree that there's no such thing as too many puppies.
It's just a Primus song that I was referencing. But...
Unless maybe it got messy, then I don't want to clean up after them. I just want to pet them.
So Smo's doing a great job here, honestly, of working towards goals while also, like, still completing actual goals on the board. She's got 2 bosses down and is 2/3 of the way through Amy, and also has a 3-2 lead in terms of points. Joey is very close. I didn't actually see what level she's on right now, but I'm pretty sure it's like a tactics levels go pretty fast, so I wouldn't be surprised if she was already on like 6 or 7.
Boom! Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not bored.
I understand it's tiring. I only sometimes ask the owners if I can pet because I have social anxiety, but whenever Bud's there, we're pretty good about just getting the pets.
And I didn't even ask to pet the dog. It was another girl that was by us asked to
true.
pet the dog. So I was like, while we're here, can we also pet the dog?
I think we probably wouldn't have asked had the girl in front of us
if
not
someone
asked,
else is already petting or something, then I know it's okay. But I never want to like bother anybody or like, you know.
So Smo's actually playing Avianos, so I get to talk about this goal now. This goal is surprisingly mean. You would expect a game where you're able to basically do whatever else you want with the game outside of there just being a lot of mountains. Because like you're playing on Hatchling, you are playing with Fog of War on, but you're playing on Hatchling, which is like the easiest difficulty. So theoretically, you should be able to get through this mission fast. But when there's 8 mountains on board, it is suddenly very advantageous to actually use the like mountain moving thing and like the upgraded movement to be able to like move through mountains and stuff. And it's interesting how much it impacts the game. Obviously, Trilock being able to move 2 spaces and also through mountains is still the best thing you can do. But like I think Brontor's ability to move mountains actually becomes helpful because you can kind of pin your opponent in spaces. It's surprising how much just adding a lot of mountains to Avianos like completely changes the way that you play it though. Cat on shoulder? Well, I would also ask the pet.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know how you couldn't.
We love our neighbors' cats.
Yeah.
Specifically Evelyn.
It's true.
We don't usually see her in the window, but we do get to see her for her supervised time outside.
Mm-hmm. Until it's time for her to go in, and then she gets very sassy about it.
Sasses left and right. And he has to go get her.
Mm-hmm.
What color cat was it?
It's a good question.
Or like what kind of cat? I guess.
Oh, Smo just rushed the hell out of that goal, though. So, this is the interesting portion of this goal. Smo is now in position where she already has the 4 things that she needs, and the AI can't move because they decided to go up because they were trying to go resource gather and stuff. So now all she really needs to do is just block the only, like, possible thing that the AI could do, which is a Trilock 2-space move onto that castle that she just spent a ton of resources on reinforcing. And the AI didn't even try. Okay, well, so Avianos giveth and Avianos taketh away, but not really taketh away anything, because that went incredibly smoothly. Sometimes the AI decides to be really mean, and then sometimes it just decides that it's just gonna go sit on some grass over there instead.
Standard issue cat, brown tabby. I love it. I do love a brown tabby.
It's true. So Smo's in a good 4-2 lead right here. I believe Joey is pretty close to this. I haven't been keeping track of what level she's been on for this because I was just commentating on Avianos, but pin golf is probably for a fast gold. I don't think there's another pin golf goal on here.
Another game I've played?
Yep.
Yo.
C tier's just all the games Buns played.
Match really is for me.
Yep.
To be co-caster.
Oh, it's for a
UFO.
UFO.
Join the Discord.
The center square find an Easter egg in UFO is a very, very fast goal. If you wait 20 seconds in pin golf, this little UFO will start to fly by. I imagine we're probably... Oh, nice. We are going to see the gold after that. So that's 1 UFO, and then we're 1 UFO and 1 gift because of a hole-in-one. Not going to stay in it past that, but good call to just snag both of those. So we have, I believe, just one gift. So this is another game where you can get a pretty quick gift and UFO. If you spell GEE, you'd see the little Campanella UFO. If you get a 10x multiplier, then you get the gift. I'll be curious to see if Smo stays in for the gift or just gets the UFO. I know she's not the biggest fan of Star Wasper, but the Star Wasper goal or gift is pretty fast too. She's probably contemplating that right now, if I had to guess. Yeah, and I mean, you might as well try. Like, it's a 10x, so it's not like the easiest thing to get, especially if you don't have any options or anything, but may just be staying in for the bosses, which is also fair. In that case, we'll probably see Smo quit out after she kills the stage 1 boss. Meanwhile, Joey having a little bit of a hard time in a tactics. This is part of why I recommended not staying in the campaign for like levels 6, 7, and 8, because sometimes those can be kind of hard. And if you go to ranked, you're still beating levels in a tactics. It's just not in campaign. So a little bit of optimization to save herself a little bit of trouble here. But okay, I did just stay in for the boss. That's understandable. And yeah, I'm pretty sure she's only up to the one gift. Just looking at the board. Alright, so going for the mini max silverfish next. This is a pretty fast goal. All you really got to do is be able to shrink down once and then get a glove. I don't even think you actually need the shrink down twice for this, because I'm pretty sure all you need to do is just grab the nuke and bring it to the room with the silverfish and kill everything. Didn't go for wave 3. I would have been shocked if Smo went for wave 3. I mentioned it before the board, but I think Star Wasper wave 3 is one of the scariest bingo spaces there is. It's honestly just kind of very, very, very hard, and it's actually like just late enough into the run that like you do have to kind of get it on like the first or second try for it to be fast. And there are very few players in really any tier that are comfortable enough in Wasper to be able to just bust out wave 3 on demand. I consider myself pretty comfortable in Star Wasper through wave 2. But wave 3, I think, is like universally you kind of just have to hope things work, and that's a lot to hope for. Meanwhile, Smo is almost there. All she's gonna do is hop on this little worm, go up here, go in the hole, throw the nuke. Once the silverfish are on screen, kill them all. She did get the UFO in Star Wasper. That was the second one. Yeah. And another square down. That's a pretty quick goal. Honestly, I think it might actually be the fastest mini and max goal. And meanwhile, Joey is on level 8 of a tactics. Just trying to finish that goal off. Hopping back into mini and max? Might be trying to defeat a boss. My guess would be that Smo's gonna try to clear out like the water bear or something here really quick for another boss down. This defeat 10 bosses square is actually like deceptively difficult because a lot of the bosses aren't really that quick to get to, and Minion Max does have a couple of pretty quick bosses, so understandable for Smo to kind of double down and already having like a little bit of Minion Max progress and just keeping it going. I always personally forget about the Minion Max bosses being quick until I like see other people do them. But I know for the water bear specifically, you can just kind of shrink down here, grab some dynamite, and then go kill it in like one hit, or maybe like it needs one more hit after that or something. So I will say that given Smo's progress on the Easter egg UFO, if she did want to threaten a diagonal, this diagonal row right here is not that bad. It's not like the easiest thing in the world, but all of those goals are actually pretty fast. Meanwhile, Joey did beat 8 levels into tactics and is figuring out where she wants to go next. This Campanella score 20k is a good idea. I don't think she knows how much progress that Smo has in Amy, since all Smo has to do is clear the second scare as Amy. That said, clearing the second scare as Amy is not like the easiest thing in the world, so she might just kind of like have gotten progress towards that just in case. I think it's a good call to hop into Alphazar's hat here because of that diagonal that I just pointed out. I would say that that's probably the longest goal that's left, especially if you know how to Easter egg UFO rush. I personally think that pretty much all of our hyper contender goals are pretty fast. I think the only one that's not is like just the one where you have to gold it, but even then that's not like the longest game to have to gold if you like absolutely have to. I don't exactly remember how hard hyper difficulty is, if I'm being honest, but I feel like anytime I actually see hyper contender on a board, I'm actually kind of relieved because it's a pretty fast game. Meanwhile, 20,000 points in Campanella 1 is not like super far, and Joey will be banking at least a little bit of progress in bosses. Smo's also gonna get 2 bosses, assuming that she's going through to stage 1 and 2. The one good thing about Alphazar's hat, especially when you're not trying to cherry it, is it has continues, so even if she like were to get through to stage 1 and then game over in stage 2, she could just continue from there. I never actually knew that's where the second ticket was. I know there's 3 tickets in at least this stage, if not every stage, but I never actually knew where the other ones were. So I think another I think another interesting thing that Smo's doing here by going for the space and also having progress towards defeat 10 bosses, she is threatening this row 2 bingo, and if Smo can get Joey to like either kind of be lost in Vanger or get death looped in Rakshasa and like fear that Smo's going for that bingo, it could give her a lot of opportunities to kind of just clear out whatever else she wants to on the board. There's a weird back and forth when you're actually playing these bingo matches on if you should be playing to block someone's bingo or if that person basically kind of baited you into doing that. Because I've definitely seen a lot of matches lately where like someone will be threatening a bingo, but the last space is like beat wave 3 of Star Wasper, and the person like
Knowing you're not gonna go for it.
Yeah, knowing you're not gonna go for it, or knowing that if you do go for it, it's gonna take you forever.
Yeah.
And, like, even if you get it, they weren't intending on trying to go for it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, even, like, 15-20 minutes of your opponent kind of fucking around and not doing anything is, like, really valuable.
Yeah.
And sometimes by the time that they've blocked that one bingo, you've already threatened another like 2 or 3, and then it's just like a constant game of catch up.
Yeah.
I did not know that you could just stand right in the middle and dodge those shots. That's hilarious.
I just saw that too.
I actually think that if you're not standing right in the middle like that, dodging these shots is actually one of the harder patterns in the game.
Yeah.
But luckily in Alphazar's hat, if you're
so funny.
spinning, you have iframes, so it doesn't, like, it's not that hard, but it is really funny that there's just an opening right there.
Yeah.
I'm also happy to see Alphazar's hat in a bingo, because most of the time it's, like, just too long for you to really want to go into it. But I do think there's good synergy here, at least getting 2 bosses and another square. So that's another boss for Smo, and then 1 boss for Joey too. Meanwhile, Smo is in the Alphazar's Hat bonus game, which I'm going to be honest is really hard and kind of awkward, and I'm not very good at it. I understand the point of the game, but it is surprisingly difficult to dodge all of this shit in this isometric view. So I'm not sure if that actually counted as winning the bonus game for a gift. So I'm not going to mark it off quite yet. I think it did, but I don't actually know what qualifies as like winning the Alphazar's Hat bonus game. Meanwhile, Joey has 18 lives and 17,000 points, so I think it's kind of just a matter of time before she gets 20k. It's been a very clean Campanella 1 run. I'm trying to also avoid commentators cursing, because the last match I had, I accidentally jinxed quite a lot of people. But this run has been pretty smooth on her end, it looks like. I think at this point it would probably be wise, even if she gets the 20k before the end of stage B, to just stay through to that boss. And then probably quit out from there. I do think it's probably a good call to just try to get the points that you need now. But I do think it's probably worth it to just go for it and go the extra 2 stages. I don't think it's super worth it to stay in it for bosses past that. But especially since if you're Joey, you have no clue how far along Smo is on bosses. Like, getting 2 relatively quick bosses in Campanella 1 seems like a good idea. And this does also cut Smo off of being able to double dip in Campanella 1 like she's been able to do in some of the other games. I believe killing this basketball boss will be the 20k points. I don't remember exactly how many points this boss gives you, but I have to imagine it's at least 500. Yeah, this is very, very clean Campanella 1. That basketball boss can be kind of a pain in the ass, so very good to clear that out. You don't get any points from clearing that boss? That's awkward. I thought for sure that you got points for that. I mean, she's got 20 lives to get 500 points, so I think she's probably good, but... Alright, that's 2 stages down without power-ups. Stage 2 of Alphazar's Hat doesn't have a boss, it kind of just ends though. So it is a 4-2 lead on bosses. I imagine Onion Delivery is just for the UFO. I would be shocked to see Smo stay in this for any longer. Yeah, this is definitely a UFO. I'll just go ahead and start marking it off now. casual gold disc. True. So, for those that don't know, there is a very, very small UFO in Onion Delivery. If you turn... I guess if you go down here, but if you turn left and go down... Yeah, probably better to just run into the water and start your route over if you're not super comfortable driving. That's fine. Yeah, if you go to the water line here and then turn, and then you turn when you're given the opportunity to again, and then turn again. I personally don't actually go this way specifically because of it being a little annoying, but... Oh no, Smo, turn around! Smo, turn around! Meanwhile, it does look like Joey's staying through to get a couple extra bosses. I mean, with 19 lives, I guess you might as well. This happens in Onion Delivery, especially if you're not super comfortable with the map. It just feels like every way you're going is a dead end, and then you get caught in this weird loop of you actually just kind of looping around in dead ends over and over again. My preferred route for the UFO, just for my mental sake, is to kind of just keep alternating down and right. And basically, if you just keep going down and right at like every opportunity that you can, you end up like directly in front of where you just go straight for the UFO. I personally don't go up through Jurley's like apparently everyone else does. I just turn right here. Oh no, sorry, it's actually not right there. It's like the alley after that, and you can see the map from up there. This will take you there too. She saw it. I saw it. We're good. Okay. Overbold. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So, I think I personally would have preferred to save this Fistel UFO and maybe tried to combine it with the Amy rush, but it looks like she's just going to go ahead and get Amy here and then get the final UFO after that, which is also fine. Meanwhile, it looks like we are definitely just kind of sticking in Camp 1, I'm assuming, until we can't anymore. This could also count towards a gold disc. We don't normally see a Campanella 1 gold disc as like a gold disc rush, but if you think about it in terms of a boss rush, beating Campanella 1 does count for half of the bosses that you need. So I definitely see the synergy. It's definitely tricky because stage 4 or stage D and especially stage E in Campanella 1 don't hold back at all. Stage D's got some kind of annoying tricky stuff. But yeah, this could also just be Joey playing a game she's like exceptionally comfortable with, because that is definitely not to be underestimated. Whoa, wait, that was the 5th UFO? I only had 4 UFOs. Which one did I miss? Because there's Pin Golf, Wasper, Onion Delivery. Can someone check the VOD for what the 4th UFO was for Smo? Because looking offhand, I only count Pin Golf, Fistel, and Star Wasper. Oh, and Onion Delivery. I don't know what the 5th one is. She might have popped into it while I wasn't looking. But I didn't see if she had Golf Aria undusted. And Golf Aria is definitely the fastest one from there. She definitely hasn't been in Seaside Drive, and she didn't max out the Party and Party House. Either way, Smo is now exceptionally threatening this bingo with the bug hunter job completely maxed out. I don't know if she's going to keep pushing for that bingo once she's done with Amy. Was there one in Mini and Max? I don't think that counts. Did she play far enough into Alphazar's hat to see the UFO? I don't remember where the UFO is in Alphazar's hat. How did that guy get stuck up there? I've never seen that guy get stuck. Yeah, I'm also confused. I'm gonna just ask in chat the 5th UFO was an Alphazar's hat. I assume it was, but... Okay, she says it was, so I believe her. I just didn't see that one get marked off. I do know that there's a UFO in Alphazar's hat, but I'm gonna be honest, I've never played forward. Like, I've never played the UFO rush with Alphazar's hat specifically. So it wasn't even really occurring to me until I looked back at the doc for it, so. And then meanwhile, Joey is up to 4 bosses. While Smo is up to 5 and will be up to 6 after beating the 2nd scare. So the boss rush is actually ending up being pretty close here, but I think Smo's forced Joey after this to go into Bug Hunter. Unless Joey's just like really not comfortable in Bug Hunter, which is understandable because personally I'm not really that comfortable in that game. That goal where you have to complete a job with your energy maxed out is being comfortable in Bug Hunter and also knowing how to like win with a couple of different options, I think. I haven't actually personally seen that square marked off, and if I have, like, if it was in a bingo match I've watched, I didn't like pay attention to it enough to really grasp how they were doing it. That said, Smo is in Wave 2 of Fist Hell, but Wave 2 is pretty significantly harder than Wave 1 in my opinion. Wave 2 has this entire subway section which kind of takes a while, and then the final boss is not really the kindest if you're Amy specifically, because she's not like a superpower character. Like, I'm pretty sure her main like thing that she's got going for is that she has like a better grapple or something, but like you can't really grapple most enemies, so it kind of is pointless.
Grapples.
Exactly.
Sorry.
It's okay. Meanwhile, Joey is on the final boss of Campanella 1. Pretty rare to see a casual Campanella 1 gold disc, but that's pretty cool. I guess I'll wait on jinxing it, but we are in the final boss, and she definitely seems comfortable here. Getting pretty unlucky with the actual, like, attacks that are spawning. You need to slash the blue shots, and it's random on if you even get the blue shots. Oh, that was unfortunate that Joey was, like, slightly above that, because that was actually the first time she's given a ton. Meanwhile, Smo is in the Fist Hell Wave 2 boss. This little red guy is possible to stun lock, but it's just harder to stun lock when you're Amy because her shots don't do quite as much. And these werewolves, depending on how they spawn in, can be kind of a pain in the ass. But gets it. Good job. So that's Amy down. That was a very efficient, like, clearing of that Amy space, honestly. Because typically that's a little, I guess, annoying of a goal to go for. Also, it does look like she was given the Alphazar's hat bonus, or gift, so let me mark that off too. I didn't see exactly how many gifts she actually was at there, but... Meanwhile, GG on the camouflage gold disc. That is very impressive. And that is that the first gold disc that we've seen in this race? It was Campanella. That's rare.
And I was just looking at it and I was like, oh, nobody's gotten any golds yet.
Yeah.
So that's why I totally knew when you asked. I was like, yep. Or like, no, they haven't.
Yeah, you typically don't see a Campanella 1 gold disc, even when it's like a space on the board, so being able to see that with casually getting half of the bosses you need is pretty impressive.
Well, I don't know what my mouth just did.
I want to say Smo has more than 2 gifts, but she literally just checked her gift count, so I like trust whatever her count is if she ends up getting this first. Joey hasn't gotten a gift yet, to my knowledge, so I don't think this will really be much of a gift rush. Like, I think just once Smo gets it, she's good here. Joey definitely not taking the bait of the bingo in the bottom corner, though. I feel like when I've seen that Bug Hunter goal, it's been fast, but it's normally by people that are like pretty comfortable with Bug Hunter. And as someone who's like not comfortable with Bug Hunter, completing a job in general is kind of hard, and being able to do that with like further restrictions is definitely tricky. Meanwhile, Smo did get another gift because she cleared 50% here. And is in a good position here to clear this out. Oh, that's close. I thought she was going to be able to chill and not waste that puff in there, but I think you just got to use your canned fish here, yeah. There is a store on the way, but it's kind of awkward to get to if I remember, yeah. But this princess just keeps giving the canned fish, so this Waldorf will live. I don't know if I've ever seen like 3 back-to-back shops give you canned fish like that, so it's really funny. If I was Samo, I'd be feeling like this Waldorf run is definitely blessed. Do you hop back and stop the wind here? I personally would, but Smo's just going to go for that last 8%. Oh my god, and it clutches up. And it just definitely pays off for her. Just going to chill at the exit here, let the propeller run out, and grab a gold. Good job. That was clean. Alright, so 1-to-1 on golds. Smo's pretty significantly ahead on gifts right now because I believe she's at 3. She might even be at more. I didn't totally keep track. I don't think on some of the other games, but meanwhile, Ninpek is here for a quick gift, and if Smo is feeling it, can also go for this bottom row, or this bottom left corner down here. I'd be surprised to see her stay in all the way to the gold disc, but I mean, it is possible. To be honest, if I'm Smo, I might be wondering exactly what goal Joey is working on right now, because it has been a minute since she's marked off a space, but she's still making like good progress towards goals, but would also be curious to see if either player stays in Ninpak to try to beat the hard loop, but no, Smo's just going for the gift here. That's understandable. And up to 5. Thank you. Block wall is another fast gift. I'll be curious to see if Smo styles her level or if it's just nice and basic. Yeah, given that it's 8 to 4 and Smo is currently threatening, like, I mean, I guess depending on your level of threat, directly threatening 1 bingo and indirectly threatening like 3 or 4 bingos, I feel like if you're Smo, you're kind of just chilling and doing whatever. Like, if you get sniped, that sucks, but you are up 8 to 4 with about 45 minutes left, so it is possible for Joey to come back if she's able to get some like synergistic goals together, but to be honest, I think Smo's gotten like most of the super synergistic stuff already. Alright, so just needs 1 more for the gift, and honestly, a very, very, very smart call to go for Rakshasa on the final gift. The Rakshasa final gift is revive yourself 3 times in 1 run, and if Smo can casually tack on another 2 or 3 times of reviving herself there, that will cover another space. Meanwhile, Joey has been pretty casually doing the camouflage gold disc route while we've been talking about the other gifts. And that's gift number 7. Shouting out Val. Yeah, Val is unbelievably... Val, help! Val is unbelievably good at the Rakshasa bonus game, so I too want his help on this. This goal, if Smo is actually like gonna seriously be going for it, oh, very close dodges there. Unfortunate. The revives from 4, 5, and 6 are very, very, very hard. I mean, Smo's far enough ahead at this point, being up 9 to 4, that she can afford to give this a couple of attempts. The iframes are forgiving enough for it to be possible. The iframes are not forgiving in the sense that they very, very, very commonly just run out the second you think you're actually good. This is one of the goals that's actually on my bingo blackout card that we're going to be doing whenever this is done. And this goal took me probably like an hour or so of just like straight revive grinding and then finding a strat. I think the only time we ended up beating it was when we died 2 times immediately, played through the level up until the first bell, which is like after the first mini boss, to reduce the countdown, and then just revived myself after, trying to revive myself after that. because I just straight up like wasn't able to beat the like 6 skull version of this. I think Val's record is 14 skulls, which is wild because I don't even know how you process that much at that point, but and for those that don't know, Rakshasa, like the point of the game is that it gets like harder and harder the more that you die. So as you start to die more, the revival minigame gets harder, the stages themselves get harder, you start to find like harder versions of like enemies and mini bosses and stuff. So even though it just kind of seems like you could beat this goal by just dying 6 straight times, Smo's doing the right thing here, I think, and playing up through to where the bell is right above her right here, and casually just trying to die after getting the bell, because the bell will reduce the skull count but still like count as the time she's been revived this run. Meanwhile, Joey does have another boss down in Seaside. May just be playing a game she's comfortable with here for bosses, I think. If she is able to casually gold Seaside also, that will actually be the other 5 bosses that she needs, so this could potentially just be the most efficient 10 boss clear of all time by just doing it in 2 games. I guess there are technically faster bosses that you could be doing, but also Seaside's fun, so. And sometimes it's better to just have fun and play a game that you're more comfortable with, and also casually work towards a bingo for it. I do think that the only, outside of Joey just getting every square left, I think the only real shot it looks like Joey has is to try to go for the column 5 bingo. But the only gold we've seen from her side so far is Campanella 1. I think the Vanger defeat a boss can be fast if you know where you're going. Especially since I'm pretty sure the crawlers count as bosses. So you could just basically play through to the heat mod and then kill a crawler really quick, and that's fine. I do like the strategy of just casually gold disking Campanella 1 and Seaside Drive, though, to get your 10 bosses and 2 gold discs. Because neither of these are really games that are like the most efficient gold discs or anything, but it's always fun to see variety in casting and stuff anyway. Meanwhile, I've lost track of how many revives Smo's at, but I'm assuming she's at 3 because I'm assuming she's only gotten that 1 bell. May honestly just be playing... Oh, just for the boss. Okay. So the boss race has ended up actually being pretty close here. It's currently 7-6 Smo, but Smo is trying to figure out what game to go into next. And I mean, if Joey is able to get the gold disc here, that'll be enough for her. And Smo does also have a lot of the like really fast bosses out of the way. So ironically enough, dipping into Campanella 1, she does only have to go through stage C though. And I feel like getting through stage C of Campanella 1 is probably actually going to be faster than beating the next 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Seaside Drive. So this boss rush could actually come down to, I think, Smo's Campanella 1 play right here. Because I think now that Smo only needs 3 more bosses, this is definitely a very, very close boss race, though. But I think beating stages in Campanella 1 is faster than beating stages in Seaside. This will be an interesting comparison, because they're both, at this point, 3 stages away. Also, shoutouts to Stage 3 of Seaside Drive's boss, where the moon just becomes Angie Moon, and is definitely the best boss in UFO 50.
That's rough, buddy.
Yep. Basically.
Sorry for the moon.
It's okay. How's it going, Oolong? Yeah, we potentially are going to have a Seaside Drive gold here that contributes to the complete 4 gold discs, which is pretty funny because typically that's not like one you really see very often. I guess it is one that you like do see players playing a lot just like out of comfort and stuff, but in terms of like speed, it's not one that you would generally go for. So I do notice that Smo's not really trying to life grind. And only has 4 lives, potentially leaving Stage A, which is potentially fine depending on her comfort in Stage C, but could lead to a pretty close space for that. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know how neck and neck this race is, but I feel like when you're in this position, you're kind of just assuming that it's neck and neck at all times. She is correct to be trying to speed through all of this, but I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, to be fair, both players are fairly, I guess 4 lives in Seaside Drive is more than 5 in Campanella 1, probably. And just based on how much easier it is to do that in Campanella 1, where you just kind of bump into something and then blow up right away. When I was playing Seaside Drive for the first time, I was pleasantly surprised at how small the hurt box is for your little car shooter thing. Angie Moon, look at him go! He's pissed. How dare you ruin this night of driving?
Oh my god. A little sad face.
Mm-hmm.
His hand! Oh, he flicks you.
Yep.
No. He said no, thank you.
Yep. I almost wish we didn't get salads yesterday because they sound good today. We just get them again today?
Maybe, but I don't want to go get them.
Maybe we can time it so I can go get them in between a break or something. Yeah, it
I'm proud of
does.
myself for not wanting a treat.
Yeah.
That's a really big deal. That means I'm getting used to eating healthier.
Honestly, I think this bonus game of Seaside might end up actually coming back to bite Joey a little bit here. Because while this is... she's actually on pace to potentially cherry this, which is really funny, because a Campanella 1 gold disc and a Seaside Drive cherry
insane.
would be a very
Like, I didn't even
big
know
flex.
that's insane.
But she is, like, above and beyond the points that she needs for this right
Amazing.
now, I think.
I shouldn't even say insane, but like, not something you would typically see. Ever.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that we're seeing it.
I think that's 9 bosses for her. Meanwhile, Stage B of Campanella is proving to be a little tricky. Oh, Joey's gonna be right back. Yes. Okay. Alright, we're back. So Cherry and Seaside Drive is 300k, and I believe, assuming that Joey just kind of kills everything that she needs to on this level, she should be good for that. Yeah, they're working on the house next door to us, so it might be a little loud now.
No, usually you can't hear it, but
And they're being extra loud right now because I'm in commentary.
of
So
course.
I don't remember how many points the final boss is, but I'm pretty sure Joey should be fine for this. Meanwhile, Smo is unfortunately getting basketballed. Is the final boss 50k? That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. How's it going, Flesh? Hope your game went well. Yeah, she got the bonus stage in stage 1 and stage 3. So quitting out before stage C, I don't know if there's another quick boss, but this is 9 to 9, and if Smo's able to find just a really quick boss, maybe pivoting off of the goal. Oh, I didn't see that Joey already had 10. Wait, Smo got 10 first? I didn't see that. I thought she needed to get to stage C, but I might have counted wrong. I am casting by myself today, and it's a little hard to keep track of that. But I thought it was 9 to 9. I guess it was 9 to 10.
Sorry. More of a backseat caster, if you will.
Joey said I think she has to forfeit now. Can we undeafen, please? Sure. Okay.
Hello?
Hi. GG's.
Yeah, so, yeah, family's over, and I kind of just gotta go, and I gotta go eat, so, I think the cards are stacked against me, like, right now.
No worries. That happens.
Yeah, no, that was a good game. I like to imagine I put in a good effort there. I was like, going for about 10 bosses.
Yeah, the boss rush was very, very close. It was 10 to 9, and if you were able to gold...
Wait, where's my other one? I know I got 5 from Campanella, 3 from Seaside Drive.
I think you got 4 from Seaside Drive.
I was about to get 4, yeah.
Oh, I was just counting it as I went, but I might have been counting wrong. It might have been one farther away. But GG's on the Campanella 1 gold. That was cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was also going for 4 gold too, like you saw.
Yeah.
I was going for, yeah,
that was good
that would have
synergy.
been so cool if I did have time, but yeah, it's been good.
It happens.
Good
GG.
game, good game.
I guess I didn't see my own bingo forming. Anyway, yeah, GG's.
Diagonal blindness
Oh,
happens to everyone.
I didn't
It's
even
okay.
realize you had a bingo there. I was just like, just completely.
Oh no,
zoned
I
in.
didn't have a bingo yet, but I wasn't in Bug Hunter even though I should have been. I just opened combatants for fun.
It happens. I figured it was
So
more of a
pick your
comfort
lap on
thing.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's been
Cool.
good. See ya.
Yeah, GG's. Well played.
Later.
GG.
And GG's Smo. That was definitely very clean. We were very impressed by
Yeah,
your
thanks.
blending of goals, especially for Amy. That went really
Oh,
well.
we were losing it.
Yeah, not often will I open Hotfoot first
Especially
thing,
me.
But
Yeah. Well, it was nice to be able to see Hotfoot directly into Party House. Bun was very excited about that.
I'm,
So
I'm really happy. I got really lucky on the Party House random seed,
yeah, that
getting
was
both like bartender and writer.
yeah, that was kind of the god seed for
And
exactly what you
yes.
needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job.
Huh.
GG.
Yeah, that was a fun card.
Yeah. I pulled that card and was reading over it before the match, and there was a lot of stuff that was like very, very hard, and then a lot of stuff that was like pretty manageable, I think. So
Yeah, like I could have gone for column 2, but there's no way I can do Star Wasper.
yeah,
Could have just done the diagonal, I guess, but that Bug Hunter goal is pretty hard. But
yeah, I'm not good enough at Bug Hunter to be able to complete a job with my energy maxed out, so I don't blame you. But cool, yeah,
I
GG's.
guess like I was gonna go for column 1 if we kept going, maybe. But
Yeah. I was wondering if you were
yeah.
going to do that with the Ninpak run while you were in there, just collect the crowns while you were there, but
No, I'm like salty about that
yeah.
goal ever since I lost in that one race.
Yeah.
I forget which race it was, but
Yeah, those crowns are hard.
it was against Dom.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Alright, better. Thanks
yeah.
for casting.
Of course. GG. I'll go ahead and highlight this
GG.
and stuff, so it should be up this afternoon. But cool.
Alright.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks.
Later.
Bye. Okay. Let's leave there. Thanks for being here, y'all. We're not done with stream quite yet, but do you want to put in the salad, actually, and then I'll take a break and walk up and get it? Okay. Rather than going straight into a break, we're going to go ahead and keep up the bingo momentum. The Matt matches has 4 minutes to go and it's close. I don't want to just like restream his stream, but I am curious. Is the multi-Twitch still going, or did that end? Let me leave that board up so I can screenshot it actually. It's the only one that's still happening. Yeah, we'll tab over to here.
Can we stop for food?
No, hay comida en la casa.
Oh yeah, damn, this match between Marshmallow and May is tied 11-11. With 1 minute and 42 seconds elapsed on the timer.
That could be it.
You might end with 0. You might end with 0 going into
Show it
the
on
blockbuster area.
stream.
You may
Come
very good with
on.
the headwind. Just use
There we go.
launch yourself and then use a light tap to.
Oh, you need to
adjust.
fly here. You have 2 minutes. You need to get to the end, like
Oh,
fast.
you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You have plenty of time.
Thanks.
Take the camfish.
No.
No, it's not there.
Okay. She needs a lot of shells and needs to get to the end.
249.
Out of strokes
Okay.
for Marshmallow. That's gonna seal it there. Puffin though for shells. Oh no.
That's so risky.
Yeah.
No
Like, I
no
hurt
energy
so
Mm.
and no
much.
cloud. That's it.
No energy.
I think
Yeah,
that's
no
it,
energy.
man. I
Depleted.
think that's just about it.
No. Use Waldorf.
No.
Like, in a good
Aim higher,
way.
aim higher.
Yeah.
But
That's
like also
it,
in
I
a
think.
I gotta get out of here kind of way.
No, and she reset. You can't do this anymore.
It's
you have
over.
to set a world record. May, no. I think she just rushed it on the goals when she
Wow.
didn't need to. The first few attempts, she didn't need to rush it at all.
Dang.
Lost her energy.
Damn. That's going to be an 11-11 tie. And I think Marshmallow's going to win because she got her space first. That's a good game.
We saw some good. Look. If
Shoutouts to the Bingo League for staying hype all the time.